So Offa is a new Islamic finance fintech. We provide Sharia-compliant financing for properties. We have decades of experience within Islamic banking, and effectively we were the founders of the first Islamic bank in the UK, Islamic Bank of Britain. 44% of our customers are actually non-Muslim. It's not about maximizing profits for us. It's actually about making Islamic finance truly accessible to as many people as possible. Our motto is fast and easy faith-based finance. So my name's Sagheer Malik. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer and also the Managing Director of Retail for Offa. So Offa is a new Islamic finance fintech. We provide Sharia-compliant financing for properties. Yeah? So we do buy-to-let financing. We also do something called bridge financing, which is very short-term property financing as well. The management team that set up Offa, including myself, we have decades of experience within Islamic banking, and effectively we were the founders of the first Islamic bank in the UK, Islamic Bank of Britain. So the core business is, people need to buy properties, right? And they want financing to get that done in a Sharia-compliant way. And that's what we do. We provide that in a Sharia-compliant way. We're about to launch, we just received regulations from the FCA and to do home finance. So if somebody's looking to buy a home to live in, we're about to launch that soon as well. So, best to keep track of our website so you can stay on top of that. The uniqueness with us is, other Islamic finance providers are extremely slow. There's a very poor reputation. It takes people weeks and weeks and weeks to get a decision. It's a very slow, cumbersome process, and they have to provide loads of paperwork. Whereas with us, because we spent millions of pounds on tech and our processes, we can actually approve a customer the same day they apply, which is unheard of in the Islamic finance space. And we can give them offers after valuation comes back, again the same day. So in reality, a lot of our customers are getting offers within a week. But the key thing is, some customers, and a lot of them actually, can apply for finance and not have to provide pay slips, bank statements, company accounts, passports, anything. We've got enough data on them, on our state-of-the-art systems, that we can make a decision based on just the information we've taken from them. So that doesn't just beat all the other Sharia-compliant providers, but actually, alhamdulillah, it's better than any high street bank in the country as well. We do, so again, our system, a lot of it does it for us, but we have advanced affordability criteria. So for buy-to-let, it's very, very easy. A lot of it is based on the rental income that the property is going to earn, and we do calculations based on that. We have very, very easy calculators on our website, so if people want to mess about with it, even before they call us to find out what they're eligible for, they can do that. They can also go through brokers as well. But interestingly, and something I forgot to mention earlier, about 44% of our customers are actually non-Muslim, right? So they aren't coming to us, because we're Sharia compliant. They're coming to us because we're being Sharia compliant. We are ethical, right? We don't invest money into, alcohol, pornography, animal testing, and armory. Especially with what's going on in Gaza right now, a lot of non-Muslims they don't feel comfortable knowing that their money is being, invested into those type of companies, right? So they're happy to come to us. But also, it's because, like I mentioned to you earlier, we're able to get decisions quicker and made easier than the high street banks as well. Yeah, so a lot of them are attracted to us for that reason as well. So the issue with all the Islamic finance providers is they are a bit more expensive. We are, I would say, average, in terms of our pricing, but we're not the cheapest for sure, right? And that's because ultimately our cost of funding is more expensive. As we grow, we've actually put in plans to drop that. So ultimately we're able to drop the pricing, and I think we're the only Sharia compliant providers out there that have got a real strategy to be able to drop our pricing on a regular basis as we grow. And so not just to maximize, it's not about maximizing profits for us, it's actually about making Islamic finance truly accessible to as many people as possible. And sadly, where the trend now is with some of the older Islamic finance providers, they are pushing out to the ultra high net worth or the foreign kind of high net worth citizens. We're bucking the trend. Our focus, although we cater for that market as well, our main focus is for the average customer, the average Muslim in the UK. And we know to make it easier for them, we need to get the pricing to get cheaper. And we're working very, very hard on our software, on our third-party suppliers for like valuations and conveyancing and so on, to ensure that the pricing is low across the board. So already we're decent priced, I would say within average, but we're not the cheapest. But we're actively working on dropping our pricing further. The most challenging thing is creating awareness, I think, right? So we effectively just launched our main product, which is our Islamic buy-to-let, in September. Alhamdulillah, we've done a lot of business already, right? We're in which month are we now? In April, just in the beginning of April, and we've already got an active pipeline over 50 million. So alhamdulillah, we're doing okay. But the issue is creating awareness. When people get to hear what we do, they are impressed and they want to take our services. But it's just about creating that awareness for everybody. And I think, with hopefully this interview with Islam Channel and the work that we're doing with you and others will help to that effect. But so you will sit with one of our advisors, right? They'll do a quick application with you, and in there and then, right? As long as you've been living in the same house for about 3 years and you register for voting, all right, the system will be able to make a decision within a couple of hours, if not instantly, to say, without requiring any pay slips or bank statements or documents, to say, actually, you are eligible for it and you've been approved. And then we push it for valuation. Right? A valuer means somebody will go in, an external third party, to value the property, to give a independent valuation. That normally takes about a week to come in. That's a third party company that we use. That, the same day the valuation comes in, generally the same day we make a decision on it. Which means if valuation comes in okay, we say, here you go, here's your offer done for finance of X amount that you wanted. Now, let's go to solicitors. Now, again, unlike every other Islamic finance provider in the country, they require you to get 2 lawyers. We're the only ones that have simplified the process to say, no, just stick with 1 lawyer, to make it easier and make it cheaper and make it quicker. And that's it. And after that, the rest of the process is all with you and the lawyer. They will do loads of checks on the property, do searches and so on. Once all that's completed, that's it, inshallah, the house is yours. How it works is you find a property to buy, so before you come to us, the process is you go up to the person you want to buy the house from, and you agree a price with them, all right? And so you obviously, they have to be willing to sell to you. They have to agree that, okay, I'm willing to sell this property to you for the agreed price. Once you've done that part of it and you've agreed, have an agreement in place with the vendor to buy the property, that's when you say, guys, I need the money now, to buy it, or can you help us with it? We can't give you the money for it. What we'll do is we'll buy the property with you, all right? And you've already got the agreement with the vendor to buy the property, maybe through an estate agent or them directly, that's your choice. But you need help purchasing, and that's where we come in. We help purchase the property with you. We become co-owners of the property. So you and I go into partnership in buying that property away from them, all right? We own X percent, just 80% of the property, you own 20% of the property, right? We sell our share to you interest-free. But you can't buy it straight away, so it's going to probably take you 20 years to buy it. So we do, we spread it over 20 years. But because we own 80% of it, we become your landlord for that 80%. So we charge you rent for that share of the property. And the rent that we charge you actually is lower than the market rent out there. So your ownership will increase because of you buying the property. So you're making 2 payments, but coming out as one. Part of the payment is a rent, and part of the payment you buying away from us. So actually on the buy-to-let, if you didn't want to buy the property, you just wanted to just pay the rent to us, and the rent that you receive, keep that for yourself, you can do so. But we also allow you to buy it from us as well, right? So you make one payment, it can be just a rent, or it could be part rent, part purchase. So, and as you buy more shares of property away from us, the amount of rent we charge you will decrease, because we can only charge you rent based on the property that we own. Now, if the property value increases, you keep the profit as well. Right? Yeah. We only, want the money that we use to purchase. Yeah. So the ownership that we've got. So we will sell it to you for interest free. Right. You keep the profit of the property, and the profit that we make is like a landlord for the rent that we're charging you. And like I said, the rent that we charge is much, much cheaper than the rent that you would have paid even on 80% of the property. Really good. I mean, the judge, he asked some really good questions. I think, I was really happy to go through it because I love talking about our company. I'm extremely proud of it, and I'm extremely proud of what Offa is there to do. And so yeah, it was enjoyable actually. Although it did ask some tough questions, but alhamdulillah, I'm one of the founders. I know how the company works, what we're there to do. Quite proud and confident about what we're here to do. So whether we win the award or not, it's been a brilliant opportunity. He was particularly interested about the name Offa. Actually, yeah. So we're part owned. So is by the founders of the company, and we're all Birmingham based, right? And other part of our shareholders are Middle Eastern. Now, Offa was the name of a king in the 8th century in the UK, and he's based in Mercia. Now we're based in Birmingham, yeah. So in the Midlands as well. Same, similar to Mercia. And in the 8th century, King Offa did a trade deal with the Muslim Empire, the Abbasids at the time. And to commemorate that trade deal, they made a gold dinar, right? And on one side, the gold dinar, it said Offa Rex, which means King Offa in Latin. And the other side was a Shahada. So, and that, by the way, you can see in the British Museum, it was found at the Staffordshire Hoard a while ago. So it was the first time Islamic finance was done, right? And the first time some Muslims, interacted with the UK in the 8th century. So what we like to say is that, we're British Muslims, right? So Islam isn't new in this country. Islamic finance isn't new. And Islam, like that dinar, was available to use and spend with Muslims and non-Muslims, same as Islamic finance and same as Offa. We're available for everybody. And like I said, 44% of our British customers are non-Muslim. So that's where we're quite proud of our Birmingham heritage, our British Muslim heritage, and the fact that Islamic finance and Islam isn't new to this country, and especially to that region, the Midlands. It's been there for a very long time. We haven't got a word, but I'll tell you what we have called it. So our motto is fast and easy faith-based finance. Yeah, and that's what we are. We're Islamic finance, and the key thing that differentiates us between everybody else is we're fast and easy, yeah, as opposed to slow, complicated, and cumbersome.